Hey guys, Willie and Murfitt here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And as I'm recording this, welcome to 2021. Today is New Year's Day. I know this video is going out significantly later, but yes, today's New Year's Day. So, what are we up to? Well, today we're working on Luke's Mini. I'll go through what I did with the last episode, if you haven't seen that, and then what we're going to do this episode. But before we do that, roll that intro.
I know you don't love me like you say you do.
Okay, so here we go. On camera, I did the front floors, rear floors, tunnel, and I even did the cross member. That's now in mineral blue. So that all now matches the outside of the car. It actually looks a little bit darker, but overall it's pretty good. What I did out here was I painted this rear quarter. And again, it's not the best of jobs. I completely understand that. It's solid, it's sealed. The wheel arch will be covering the majority of this anyway. Screws here, screws there, the wheel arch covers all this bit here. So I just need to give that a quick cut and polish, just make sure that is going to be all nice and finished. And you can see there's a tiny bit of overspray up here. Overall, I'm pretty happy with how that came out. I painted the seals in grey, and then along the top I filled. So I need to go across this today with a sanding block and sandal that back, making sure I don't catch the wing or the quarter panel if possible. It goes all the way along. Once that's done, I can then paint the top part blue and the bottom part black. I'm thinking I'm still going to do it blue. Now, I know Luke wants it black, but I'm thinking if I do it blue and leave it and say, there's your car back, Luke, he'll look at it, hopefully say, do you know what? Yes, love that. If he doesn't, well, he can paint the black over the top and it gives an extra layer of protection anyway. So, I think that's going to be the plan, even though it's probably not what Luke wants. So, we shall see. I'm going to do that. I think it'll look better. And I say, if it doesn't, it's easily rectifiable. So yeah, that's that. Round in the engine bay. I fitted the speedo cable, took the radiator out, and yeah, that's pretty much that. So when I come to refitting it all, I'm just going to be able to paint around the side of the cylinder head, put a new gasket on the thermostat, paint the thermostat, and then I can start shipping down this side here, getting the clutch sorted out. So that leads us on to today's video. Now today's video, I want to try my best to get underneath finished. So, oh, that's what else I did. I ground down the welds fully to get the nice smooth passage for the pipes. So, today's video. Underneath, when I get finished, I can't mount the exhaust up. Now, the reason I can't mount the exhaust up is because the exhaust paste I'm going to use activates when it gets hot. So, what I don't want to happen is put the exhaust on with the paste, clamp it all down, and it sits there, and then when I finally start it up, it's set when it's cold and it cracks. The way it kind of works is you put it around the exhaust, you put the pipe over the top, you clamp it, and as you heat it up, it kind of like melts and sort of seals the two parts together. So I'm going to leave the exhaust off until towards the end, which is no big deal. So fuel pipe, brake pipes today, that's the plan. With the brake pipes done, I could actually bleed the brake system through. And the fuel, once the fuel pipe's done, I can actually put fuel in the car. Obviously can't start it because the ancillaries are missing, but that's neither here nor there. Once I've done that and that, it's onto the clutch. I'm sure it's onto the clutch. I've made a list, I need to check it. But anyway, I've waffled on for far too long. Let's just get into today's work and hopefully it will make sense at the end. Brilliant. Let's go. Okay, so now under the car, this is what's going to happen. This is the T-piece, it's here. Now what I want to do is you can see the bits, the tabs hanging down. The brake pipe comes from the front through this side of them tabs. The tabs get folded over, and it goes up behind the subframe, over, round, and into here. So what I want to try and do is create effectively a big loop. So I'm going to create a small loop to start, and I might have to do some of this by hand because I think I probably should have done this before I put the subframe all in, but it doesn't matter. So I'm going to go up, over, round, and back into itself. If it comes back here, it's not the end of the world, and if it's too short at the other end, I can always try and adjust it. I don't want too much of a kink, because then obviously it will restrict flow. But we're just trying to see how it goes. Right, so now we're getting to the tricky bit because it's pinned up underneath pretty much to the front floor where it's going to bend round and come up, but I need to get access now to down here. Now there's it comes from the master cylinder down into the slave cylinder, and then it kind of splits. One pipe goes to the right and then down, and I just pointed left but to the right of the car, goes down to the front. Then a big pipe goes all the way around the front, and it goes down to the union down there. The other one goes vertically down underneath the car, routes round to the back, and then splits at the rear of the T-piece and goes to the right and to the left. So I need to get that bracket out. In order to do that, this horn has to come off. The horn has to come off with the clutch anyway, so now's a good time to take that off. Alright then, so with the horn out the way, I can get access down here to this pipe. Now the pipe comes vertically down, as I say. I just need to undo that. Once that's undone, I can pull it straight down, I can push the other one up, do it up, and then I can route it in place underneath. Should be relatively straightforward, just limited access, that's all. Okay, this pipe is now off. I need to get underneath because it's been cable tied under there. See my light this way. And then, with the cable ties cut on that brake line, or not the brake line, the battery line, I can then put this cable up the hole and then route the piping accordingly. I'm pretty impressed with that so far. Okay then, so from the underneath, the pipe that's come around here, I've noticed that there's a break in the battery cable and it feels very hollow there. So I'm going to have to replace the whole battery cable as well, which is a pain. But I've now can move this up and down. It's a bit tight somewhere, and from memory it goes behind the steering rack, which could be a bit of a pain. But I can either pull it down or push it up. I think pushing it up will be easier to get it out because it hasn't got the end on it. But obviously I'm going to have to put the old one, or the new one, up with the end on. So, the drama continues. And a bit of a tug, it's out. So, Just throw that down there. The new pipe needs to come up. That's a bit of a squeeze. So I'm going to try and work out the best way to get the new pipe from the bottom to the top. When it's there, I can attach it to the slave cylinder, bend the pipe. I should have been done this a while ago, but oh well, things happen. Right, the pipe is in, it's attached. You can see the nice shiny copper pipe. I'm just trying to do the pipe up now. It's a bit of a fiddle, but once it's in and it's attached, I can then pull the pipe tight. I can then line it up fully underneath. It is obviously a bit of overhang at the front, which you can see dangling down. Flatten out to the body of the car, and then have some overhang at the rear subframe, and that's the best way to do it. My gloves are torn to bits. We're getting there. Like most things with this car, it never rains, it pours. So I've just had to take off the brake compensator, or the slave cylinder, because the side I'm trying to do it up, the righty-tighty became a lefty-loosey. Now I looked at the threads on the new nut, they're fine. Looked at the threads on the inside, they're fine as well. So something's got to miss. Possibly where it's tight, let's put it down, but I just wanted to get it out, check it all over, so I didn't want to put it in, trying to work out if I can get it tight and then leave it. So it's only a couple of screws, and the brake fluid will need to be drained anyway. The brake fluid itself is like an orangey rusty colour, so I'm super happy I'm changing that. And actually the drip or the dribble out of the pipes has been absolutely minimal, so there isn't really any brake fluid in there. A little bit concerning, because obviously Luke has been driving this car. So yeah, the brake pipe saga continues, but not right now, because I'm going in to get some food. See you in a bit. So it's now the following day, and I've had a bit of a sleep, and I've had a thought about what I'm going to do. And what I've done, and I've tried to have a little fiddle around off camera, I've taken the condenser off, which I did yesterday, and I've checked the threads inside, and they are fine. I've just run a quick tap through it, having it up this way, and then I've cleaned it all out, and the threads in that are absolutely spot on, there's no issues. The threads, however, on this had basically collapsed, so that is just shite. So I ran a tap down it and done exactly the same thing again, so that needs to be replaced. I haven't got any unions, but what I am going to use is the old one. I've just ran that into the condenser, or the master cylinder, sorry, slave cylinder, and it's absolutely perfect. So the plan for today is I've pulled the pipe all the way through as far as I can. I've got my very cheap DIY flaring tool. I'm going to chop this end off. I'm going to bin that. I'm going to put that end onto here, and then I'm going to reflare the end and then fit it up again. That's the best way to do it, I think, because I know that nut's fine, I know that one's not, I haven't got any here, and it's going to create a good seal, it'll be fine. Then I can fit it all back up, and then I can bleed the brakes. If there's any leaks or anything from there, then we can look into it again, but yeah, I'm a bit annoyed about that, because I bought pre-made hoses for convenience sake, and it's just, yeah, not very good. But never mind. So let's get into chopping this end off, and then we'll just quickly flare the end, and then we'll go and fit the new one. Excellent. Job done. There's that famous saying, buy cheap, buy twice. Now in this instance, I've definitely bought cheap, because firstly, that brake pipe was not very good. Secondly, my brake pipe flaring tool is just, I don't even know. It's rubbish. So there's two operations you can do on a brake pipe. There's op 1 and op 2, sort of in a nutshell. I think there's a few more, but predominantly they're the ones you want. Now one is a mushroom. So when you look at the pipe, it sort of mushrooms on the top, and the second one, it sort of indents. So you can do op 1 followed by op 2. So you mushroom it and then you indent it. Not quite sure what's happened with this one. So this is the pipe, and it's kind of done like an op 1, but then twisted the top of it, and it's just, yeah, it's a horrible mess. So I've just ordered a new brake pipe flaring tool, which I'm a bit annoyed about, but these things happen. I think going forward, I'm just going to order some unions, and I'm going to make my own brake pipes, because yeah, it's, firstly I can justify the cost of the tool, and secondly, I don't know, it's a bit of a pain. So I have got somewhere a length of brake pipe, whatever it may be. But yeah, a bit annoyed about that. So while I wait for that to arrive, which is going to happen to be probably next week, I'm going to fit in the fuel line, and I'm also going to rub down these sills. So bit of a here then everywhere video. Once again, I'm sorry, but I've got to get all this stuff done, so I've got to do something. Right, well, I'm currently looking for things to do because I've ordered bits and pieces and stuff. So this is the bracket that goes to hold the seat in place. Now, where I've ordered this extra panel in, there's obviously no hole. So what I need to do is just to mark it up, which I've done by placing the thing in place, and then you can see the hole, and then I'll drill through that. Now you probably notice that obviously the welds are still quite big here. Now the reason is that I ground it all down, and then could see light of day through patches of it, and I went through, welded it back up again, and thought, do you know what, you're never going to see this under the floor, and the actual welds probably give a bit more strength in it as well. So it doesn't look pretty, but it is very strong, and it's kind of flattened down the best possible. And then you can see, like here, that line there is the seam seal strip. So it's welded, it's sealed, it's painted, and it's welded and sealed and painted underneath as well. So let's set the camera up, and then we'll just drill that hole out, ready for right. I've worked out what I can do before I end this video. The radiator was actually leaking, and I thought it would be the radiator, but actually, looking at it closely, it's this bracket here. So this clamp is either not tight enough, or it's just the pipe's perished. I've got some new pipes, so I can put them on. But what I want to do is I wanted to tidy all this up, because that's got overspray and all sorts over it. So I'm going to clean this up with various grades of sandpaper, and then give it a coat of paint. So it gets to this point in any rebuild when you find yourself just standing around waiting for something to happen. I'm kind of at a loss of what I should do next, because I can't do something because it has a knock-on effect for something else. So, like, I need to clean the car. It's very dirty, dusty. I don't particularly want to touch it because I don't want to scratch any of the paint. But I can't paint it. But I can't clean the car until I fitted the windows or fitted the arches. I probably could fit the window now. I'm pretty sure I could fit the window, but I can't fit the arch because I need to paint down here. I can't wash the car because I need to paint down here. I need to do the brake pipe, but I can't because I haven't got the tool. The fuel pipe can probably be fitted. That shouldn't be a big issue. I need to put the battery cable, but I haven't ordered it. I need to do the clutch, but I don't particularly want to start the new job until I've done everything else. I can't fit the interior till I finish the painting, and then it's obviously back onto the washing the car again. God, there's so many things to do, and I'm literally just stood here. So yeah, once this paint's dried, I can paint the blue, as I say, and then I can wheel arch on, window in, seam in, carpet. Yeah, lots to do, and it's all going to happen kind of at once. So I think I'm going to end this video here, because I don't really know what else I can currently do other than that fuel pipe, which I've got to jack the car up, which I can't do because it's, yeah. I'm going to leave this video here, and then I'm going to bash my head against a brick wall until I think of a plan. So, thank you so much for watching. This has been a really weird episode, I'm sorry. But I thought I'd just bring you along on the journey every step of the way and show you what's what. But thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the content. If you have, as always, click that thumbs up button, comment down below, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Take it easy.